Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hector Garcia. This is my second video class assignment for the subject in the class of Migration and Health in UABC. This video is referred to a problematic, an issue referred to how immigration it should be a determinant of health. I have read different articles, specifically speaking, around three articles, which each one represents something different. It helps to give different points of view. First of all, it explains um, the three different frameworks, which are the behavioral framework, refer to everything that the person, the migrant, used to do. Everything that a simple person, like his own habits, what he eats, what he does, everything by his own, that's all related to a behavioral framework. For example, if a patient smokes, of course, it's important to know that before entering to with a doctor. Now, the second one is the cultural framework. Of course, not everyone had the same values. Not everyone follows the same steps. But us, specifically me speaking, I must be able to treat patients whether they are Mexicans or whether they are Americans, Indians, Chinese. I have to learn the empathy and I have to respect each other's cultures, sorry. And last but not least, we have the structural framework, which is related to the health program structure in the country. There's one article which talks about India. When I first read it, when I first saw the title, I was kind of confused. What is India? What does India has to do anything with migration? But now I know. In India, they don't give the same equality in health to migrants than to youth. There are a lot of complications if you're not either an native Indian or either you're not a Jew, then you are basically, sorry, but you're screwed. You don't have, you're not gonna have the time, you're not gonna have the, well, you're not gonna have that quality time with doctors. And well, it's hard, because we all know about the determinants of health. We all know that people that go to another country, that travels, they're looking for better opportunities, better jobs, and they don't have any money. They don't have anywhere. Most of them, they don't have any place to go. They are all gathering some um, diseases. They're having some um, problems by their own. So, what are the main points of the ratings? Well, I already said it. Um, Immigration should be a determinant of health. That's basically the main point of every single rating. The frameworks are very important. So we can respect each other's points of view and we can learn about different people, not only Mexicans. We have to learn about people all over the world and from different countries. So, uh, what are the main points? Of course, there are no laws that can represent that can protect. the migrants. So yeah, the migration it's a complicated um, theme. So if was anything unclear for me, yeah, there were a lot of things that were unclear, but I searched by my own. I learned a lot about the different frameworks. I learned more about what should we do. And the main thing that I learned is that we should, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, we should like capacitate, we should teach new volunteers to help migrants. But of course, I'm talking about Mexico. So in the United States, maybe it's different. Uh, what was new? Well, I didn't know anything related to migration in India. I'm so sorry, but I didn't know anything. Did it change my perspective? Yes, it did. It changed my perspective because now every time, well, next semester when I'm starting to go to IMSS, when I'm starting to go to the general hospital, maybe and just maybe I will be in touch. My first patient can be someone from another country, and now I'm gonna be able to visualize different aspects about them. Was there anything else I would like to explore? Yes, the laws. What have they done, not only in Mexico, but in the United States? Because there's always a problem in the United States. What laws and what are politics doing to help migrants now, right now in 2025? And give me one example in real life. Well, I can give you two. First, when I was in third semester, I was in Risi 14, which is a little like it's not a hospital, it's a clinic basically. Well, and there was someone speaking English. I know it's not a migrant. I know he wasn't staying. Maybe he was just visiting, but one example is just there, the language. It was difficult because there were a lot of friends of mine that didn't know English. That's one barrier. And the second example, it's in the Calle Primera, which is the main street in Ensenada, where there are a lot of tourists, Chinese and Americans. And I was thinking, what happens if one of them gets sick? Are they going to be able to travel all over to Los Angeles by car? They're gonna wait till the cruise starts again? Where are they going to go? If an American gets a heart attack, what's gonna happen? Are they going to just let him lay down, die? Are they going to take him to the IMSS, General Hospital, Res 14? Where are they going to take him? And are they going to treat them the same way as a Mexican? Are they going to treat him better? Are they going to treat them worse? That's an example that I am thinking about. So that's everything from my part. I hope you like this video, and yes, I like these ratings. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
People hoping to legally immigrate to the United States will have to prove they can cover their own health care costs without government help.
Congress has put this into the law more than 100 years ago.
Hans von Spakovsky with the Heritage Foundation says the Trump administration's new rule simply expands on existing law.
They didn't want to bring in immigrants who were going to become a public charge. And by that they mean as soon as they get in, they're starting to draw welfare benefits.
The White House says the new rule requiring proof of health care coverage for immigrants is necessary because unpaid health care costs have exceeded $35 billion a year for the last decade. Critics say the Trump administration and Republicans eliminated the individual mandate of Obamacare, but this rule change essentially brings it back, but only for immigrants. Sharnya Krishnaswamy with Amnesty International says the new rule will impact a majority of people wanting to legally immigrate.
Because those sorts of publicly subsidized exchanges, Medicaid, Medicare, subsidized insurance under the ACA, those folks would not qualify under the terms of the ban. So we're looking at potentially 2/3 of immigrants in the future.
The rule change has exemptions, including for refugees and asylum seekers. But Krishnaswamy says this is just another attempt by the Trump administration to keep out low-income immigrants and only admit the wealthy. In Washington, Alex